For me, it's like when there's stuff on the floor, like you've seen Lucy destroy toys, and then there's like fuzz and little bits and pieces all over the floor.
Yeah.
But Lucy is so triggered by the vacuum that it's like, would I rather deal with the frustration of like seeing all these bits on the floor or deal with the frustration of vacuuming and having Lucy bark at the vacuum? So I just choose not to vacuum, and then I'm mad that there's like little bits on the floor.
Yeah. Doesn't Ian do the vacuuming? Isn't he a vacuum man?
Yes, but sometimes it's like Lucy has just gotten into like one specific toy, and I'm home alone for the day at work, and it's like, this is really bothering me.
Yeah. I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that.
So it's kind of a real Sophie's choice.
Mm.
All right.
They said that we'd grow out of it. Well, the joke's on them, that's just our brains. We're eccentric, loud, and stubborn. And most of our clothing is covered in stains. It's not a deficit of attention. There's just too much to think about. So if executive dysfunction becomes a little too much, if you forgot why you came in this room, or you're hypersensitive to touch, then put on your seamless socks and come join our little flock. Bitches stimming together, we're weirds of a feather. Weirds of a feather.
Okay. Let's wake it up.
Boop, boop, boop.
Bop.
Give me some tea. Give me some of that tea.
I want that tea.
Reminds me of like Buddhism.
Piper, no. Buddhism.
No.
Piper, no. Okay, you're saying I got the fucking Katy Perry song stuck in your head. You just got that stuck in my head because I went through
so much,
big phase of saying Piper,
so
no.
much better than the Katy Perry
You're
song.
like an Indian summer. I don't know, but that's more fun to sing. Although it is fun to say Piper, no.
No. No.
Buddhism. I love her.
She's so funny.
She was perfect for that role.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Should we get into this? Are you ready? Are you able? Are you willing?
Yeah.
Do some warm-ups. Yeah. Nice.
Some vocal warmings up.
All right. Welcome to Weirds of a Feather, an AuDHD-Adjacent podcast. I'm your host, Grace Beret.
And I'm your host, Kristen Stanhope.
Yeah.
Yay.
And welcome. We are doing another Just Segs episode today.
Just Segs.
Just Segs all day. We've done a lot of informative episodes, I feel like, recently.
Yeah, and, you know, it's gloomy.
Yeah.
It's been rainy.
Yeah. We're looking to have a little laugh.
Trying to, keeping it silly.
Keep it light.
Back to our roots.
Yeah.
Silly girls.
Silly roots. We're silly girls, and we're here to prove it to you.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into this Just Segs episode,
Sure.
should we warm up a little bit?
Yeah. I'm ready for the warm.
To be to the warm. I got the gist. You know what? The idea was there.
The words were there, but not in the order that I wanted them to be in.
Yeah, totally different order than you would expect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep people on their toes. All right. Well, first I have a little warm-up note, and then I have a real warm-up question.
Okay.
My warm-up note, I just have to point this out. In your caffeine addiction episode, I was making a reference to Saved by the Bell, and you were trying to guess at what I was talking about, and you referred to Saved by the Bell as Bells on the Corner. And I just have to make that known in case everyone missed that. Bells on the Corner. So add that to your little list of incorrect sayings. Metaphors.
I was close.
Bells on the corner?
Yeah.
What does that mean? What are the bells on the corner? Where did the corner come from? Why are they on the corner?
But you know what I meant.
I only knew what you meant because I was already referencing Saved by the Bell. So yes, I knew we were talking about Saved by the Bell because I was talking about
the
it.
People know what I meant.
Yes, Bells on the Corner.
Bells on the Corner.
Saved by the Bells on the Corner.
Show.
Yeah. Actually, fun fact, it used to originally be called Saved by Bells on the Corner. Yeah. And then they shortened it to Saved by the Bell. For time.
That's too long.
It's too wordy.
So I was just using the formal name.
Yeah. You got to keep it formal. It makes a lot of sense, but it was just too clunky. You know? So
yeah.
Unfortunately, they shortened it to Saved by the Bell. But real ones know the truth. All right, and then my actual warm-up question is, supposed to do when someone calls you by the wrong name?
Ooh, this just happened.
Because I don't know, and I don't handle it. I just don't say anything.
This just happened to one of our students who came in.
It just happened to me with a child recently.
Did they call you the wrong name?
Yes. And
what did they call you?
April. Do I look like an April?
Really off.
Yeah, I think it's because
I can see you as an April.
Yeah, right? I
with
could
the
see
glasses.
It.
Without the glasses, I would say no, you're not
But I feel like I don't look like a Grace.
I think you look like a Grace.
I don't think I do. I don't think when you think the word Grace, I feel like you don't really think of me as a person, you know? I don't really fit the description.
You're your own Grace.
Yeah, I create my own sense of grace.
Yeah.
In the sense that it's not grace at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, the kids that I was babysitting for the other week, I guess they have a cousin named Grace B, and one of her friends is named April, who looks like me. So that's where the name April came from. But he called me April. He called me April once, and I was like, whatever. I'm sure I'm sure he'll hear his mom talking about me, and then he'll realize like, oh, I called her April. It's actually Grace. And I was like, he'll probably just pick up on it. He'll hear other people saying it. So I just like let it go. Then the next week he called me April again. And I was like, well, now I can't say anything now because he's already called me it once. And so I just let it go again. And then the third time he did it, he said it in front of his mom. And she was like, oh, and she did a great job of smoothing it over. She's like, oh, are you thinking cousin Grace's friend April? And yeah, this Grace does look like her. So she did a good job of kind of smoothing it over. But I could tell the kid was a little embarrassed because why'd I set him up like that? Why'd I let him call me April for so long? Like I should have corrected him, and I embarrassed him.
You have like a window to correct someone.
And then once it passes, it's like, well, now it's weird that I didn't correct him the first time. So now I definitely can't, you know, like, because then they're going to feel embarrassed that you've let them call you the wrong name this whole time. And the more times you let it go by, the weirder it is. But I feel like you have to get in there right away. But it's uncomfortable. It's like, what do you do?
You have a key window and you have to jump into that window.
Yes. But I'm always scared. I'm like, it'll get sorted out.
I think it's...
And it doesn't.
So I have learned in my long years of living.
Yes.
It's easier to just get it out the first time than to...
let it go by.
Yeah.
Because then you're really like allowing the person to embarrass themselves, I feel like. Like it's kind of rude, I think, to let someone call you the wrong name multiple times.
Yeah.
But they're calling you the wrong name.
It's like letting someone like present something with something in their teeth.
Yeah.
And you're like looking at them. And then you finally call it out after the presentation. And you're like, what the fuck? Why didn't you tell me before about the thing in my tooth? Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'd rather be embarrassed for a little blip of time and have it just be between us than like let me embarrass myself in front of everyone. So yeah, I feel like the correct thing to do is to say something, but how do you do it? What do you say? Oh, my name is actually Grace. Like that feels...
Yeah. Just be like, oh, it's actually Grace.
I don't know. It feels weird. And so I just don't. I just don't say, I'm like, it'll sort itself out.
This just happened to a student of mine because surgeons don't know the students' names.
Yeah.
I don't know the student names. But my favorite thing to do is call someone else out. Especially the surgeons.
Yeah, see,
when they get a name wrong.
I like being that third person. Yeah, I can do that.
I like to do that because they'll be like, I'm like, did you just call him Mark? Isn't it Max?
And how satisfying is it to have someone step in for you and be like, why'd you call him that name?
Oh, well, you know. Yeah. And I'm like, you got to get these names right,
good.
Man.
You're a hero to the people.
It's only because if it wasn't so like personally satisfying to me, I wouldn't do it as much.
Yeah, you're not doing it for the other person's sake.
No, it's not
so
for
you
them.
can call the surgeons out.
Yeah.
Because they've made a mistake.
Yeah,
and you want to highlight
it. It's really, really funny when they make a mistake. Like in a fun sense, not in like a patient died sense.
Yeah. Quirky little fun mistakes.
Isn't
like
it fun to make mistakes in the hospital?
Yeah. We always have fun slipping up in that surgery room. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like one of the best things you could do as a human being is to be that third person that steps in.
It's a great place to be.
Right? Because it's so uncomfortable as the person being misnamed to say something. Because I just...
Especially when you're a student because you're so low on the totem pole.
You're like, it's okay. They shouldn't know my name anyways.
It's fine. I'm just, a piece of shit. And they are.
Yeah. They don't deserve names.
Learn that. No, it's really funny. It's really funny.
See, I think when I don't correct people on saying my name wrong, I'm just hoping that that third person will come in and kind of save the day. And so I'm kind of just like kicking it down the road, of like, maybe it's a bit of learned helplessness where I'm like, surely someone will step in and correct this kid at some point. Not me. I won't. The adult.
Or when someone calls you. So like one time, one of the surgeons, I think it was Ted, called me by a different PA's name. I think he called me Connor. And I was
what
like,
an insult.
I was like, excuse me?
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't mean it. I was like, oh no, I'm sorry, I'm not Connor. And then you just like, can just really tear into him.
Yeah.
Oh, would Connor have done it differently?
Yeah.
Too bad Connor's not here.
See, yes, okay. Yeah, being misnamed by someone who does know your name, they just accidentally call you the wrong name, that's fine.
That's
I
funny.
will say something. Be like, what'd you just call me?
Excuse me?
Like earlier when you were talking about your chicken bubble gum and you called her bubble cum.
Yeah.
Nope, no.
Not wrong.
Not going to let you continue on this sentence.
No, I'm glad you corrected
Let's address
me.
that first before we move on.
I don't want to make that mistake
No,
again.
bad mistake to make.
Bubblegum will kill me. I'm actually kind of afraid of her.
Yeah, she'll be upset.
Yeah,
when it's someone who like doesn't know your name and maybe you feel like they shouldn't need to know your name correctly right away because this was like the first time I had met this kid. And so I was like, well, I'll give him a little time and he'll pick up on it, but he didn't. And then I had waited too long. And then it's weird.
Now it's weird.
So like if no one steps in, do you just let this person call you the wrong name forever? Or do you...
No, you got to correct them at some point.
Yeah, but if you miss that first window, when's the next one?
It's got to be when just the two of you are alone.
How fucking weird is it? Is like we've been alone the 5 other times he's called me the wrong name. Why this time?
Also, he's a toddler, so...
He's not a toddler. He's 12.
Oh.
He's a 12-year-old boy. And he's very articulate. He's very well-spoken. He's a better talker than I am.
You just gonna say, hey, bud, you keep calling me April. It's weird because my name's Grace.
Well, saying it's weird would make it uncomfortable because it's not weird.
You're the babysitter. You're in charge.
And that's the thing. I feel like I'm not. I'm like,
you're not their friend. You're there
but I want to be their friend.
Disciplinarian.
No, that's not what a babysitter does.
Babysitter's
like a cool aunt.
Cool.
Cool aunt vibes.
Sure.
Where I'm not trying to be their friend, but I'm like, I'm a fun adult, And I will say I was playing softball with so there's 3 boys, 5, 10, and 12. I was mostly babysitting the little one. And then the 2 brothers were like in and out all day.
Sure.
The little one and I were I was hitting baseballs for their dog who can just run and play fetch forever.
What kind of dog?
She's like a little...
It's very important that I know this.
She's like one of those little...
Big dog, small dog?
Small dog.
Colorful dog?
She's white and like the white and brown
a bichon
spotted ones. No, but she got like the crinkly, the like wavy ears.
Okay. And King Charles?
Yes, kind of like a King Charles.
Okay.
But
fun.
She's she is so sweet. Her name is Evie. She's got a lot of energy. She can just go and go and go forever. So it's a perfect dog for it's kind of like going to the batting cages, I can sometimes I'll just go out there instead of taking her on a walk, I'll just hit the ball for her over and over and she loves it. But we were crushing it out there. And when the 2 older boys got home, the 5-year-old was like, hey guys, Grace is a better batter than both of you. So I did make a friend.
What you could do is start having like everything with your name on it.
Oh.
Grace pens, Grace coffee cup.
True.
Put a name tag on. A hat that says Grace.
But then they're probably like, wow, she's really religious. April is so religious. It's so weird. She's got like all this Grace stuff everywhere.
Grace, cool.
Yeah. Go with Grace.
I don't know. I think you gotta, the sooner the better.
Yes, I agree.
The
Every
sooner the
time
better.
you let it pass, you're making it weirder.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta just...
It's
better to do it on number 3 than number 12.
Exactly.
Right?
The
1 is better than 3.
wait,
3 is better than 12.
The worse it's going to be. The more awkward it's going to be.
Yes. And the worse that person will feel because you just let them call you by the wrong name.
I think number 2, because everybody makes a mistake once in a while. And then you're like, did they really just call me that? Maybe I misheard. I don't know. Maybe they were referencing something else. Second time, then you're like, hey, bud.
It's actually Grace.
Simple mistake.
Yeah. And that's what I should have done, but I didn't. And I let it pass. And I let the mom do my dirty work for me. So it worked out in the end. Now he calls me Grace. We got there, but it was not the best approach.
Well,
so if you guys out there...
Do better next time, kid.
I will. I'll try.
Not you. The other...
I'll try.
The child that you're babysitting.
Yeah, step it up, kid.
Yeah, learn those names.
And the thing is, the week before, some man had come to pick things up from Facebook Marketplace from me, and he also called me the wrong name. Not April, but he called me something very Claire. He kept calling me Claire.
Oh,
I didn't correct him.
You are not a Claire.
No, I'm very much. I feel like I could be in April. I'm very much not a Claire.
No.
But he kept calling me Claire.
Am I Kristen?
Like, yeah, you're solidly a Kristen.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Why?
I don't know.
I think you're a Kristen. I think you're a Chris, short for Kristen. You're not like a Chris on your own, like a Kris Jenner. You're a Chris, short for Kristen.
Okay.
That feels right.
That feels right.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm glad we sorted that out.
Yeah, I'm really glad we got there.
Yeah.
If you guys have tips or strategies for how to correct someone when they call you by your wrong name, let us know, because I'm awkward and weird about it, and I would love a strategy. All right. Are you warm?
I'm warm.
Yeah? Sufficiently warm?
Yeah.
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 All right. Let's move on into this episode.
Yarr. All right. What do we got? We got Just Segs.
Yep.
Segs on segs on segs on segs.
Segs. No. Stop that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Forget we just did that.
Yeah.
It's time for This Is Who I Am Now.
Yarr.
You ready?
Yes.
You remember?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This time it's different. Everything has changed. This is who I am now.
This is who I am now. I hope you guys pretend I was falling off a big cliff there.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Right?
We should add that. Yeah.
Fading off, yeah.
This is who I am now.
Kind of gives an air of mystery. Like, where are they?
Where did they go? Are they recording in a canyon?
Yeah, why are they falling? You'll never know. Little tricks of the trade. All right, Kristen.
Yar.
You know.
I am a proud owner of an automatic cat box.
Whoa.
I know, big
what
purchase.
Is that?
It's a self-cleaning litter box.
Whoa.
And it's a big game changer.
How does that work?
It's magic? No, it like turns in it's like a big circle, and
like
then
one of those paper towel things that's really just like a big loop, and you just like use the same thing every time.
No, it's good. So when the cat pees, it's clumping litter, so it clumps.
Okay.
And then it shifts to the side, and then all the sand. We use this special sand litter, which is another story for another day. And all the clumps, poop and pee, fall into this thing, and then it shifts to the other side, and then there's a grate, so all the sand can go through, and the clumps stay. Snickers has a very special geriatric cat box, which is just a cat box with lower sides, so she can get in.
Like an old person bathtub.
Yeah, it literally was a plastic box that cost $45. It's totally fine. Yeah,
can you just cut the sides down?
I probably could have, but this is what the vet recommended. But for the boys, who are two poopy boys, especially our youngest one, who just loves playing, he just loves a good poop, and he'll poop multiple times a day.
Just for the fun of it?
Just for the fun of it. He likes to dig in the sand. Enough of this stuff. And so we just like cannot keep up with these two poopy boys. And so we ended up purchasing this one, which is like an off-brand of what's called a litter robot. It's not a litter robot because those are expensive. And so we're testing it out. So far, so good.
Yeah.
And then it sends, Christopher's favorite part is that we have data now on how many times they use this goddamn litter box. And then, so like in the morning now when I go to Peloton, John Ralphio uses the box, and then we both look at it cycle through. It's like a form of entertainment now. He'll do a mini poop. He'll bury it. He'll come out. He'll sit in front of it. He'll watch it cycle, and then it goes back in to finish up, do the rest of the poop, come back out, watch it again. He's
he's making his own fun.
Enamored with it. Yeah.
That's great.
My only issue is they're big boys, and it's just not big enough.
You got to get the XL.
Yeah.
XL box.
It's supposed to be big, but it's not. But it works, and it's clean.
Great.
And, we don't have to. The only thing is they love to scoop so much that they kind of get sand outside of the box. But it's fine.
You can only fix so many
I
problems.
can only A win's a win, right?
A win,
They're
yeah.
using it.
And you're not having to scoop.
I don't have to scoop.
That's great.
It's fantastic. I just
Wow.
scoop Snickers because she's special.
Yeah. She's a lady.
She's
Got a hand scoop.
Yeah. So,
great. What a life changer.
It is a game changer. Worth the money. Grace.
Yes.
Who are you know?
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I am a toothpick user. I
don't like that for you.
Why? I love toothpicks. I love picking my teeth.
You and Christopher, you guys are the same person.
I love a toothpick.
Just don't swallow it.
What?
People
Why would I swallow it?
They just get chomping on it. I've taken one out of a guy's intestine before.
No. What?
Yes.
It's like a sharp, pointy stick. Why would I accidentally swallow that?
Just like the Swedish fish that I accidentally swallow.
But those you're at least eating.
I don't even chomping on a toothpick, and next thing you know, it goes down your gut, and then 2 days later, you're in the OR with the toothpick poking through your intestine.
Not me. First of all, I don't chomp on them. Yuck. Have some class. Also, I don't. Just the thought of like having wood between my teeth. Yuck. Don't like it. So I'm not chomping. I'm just using it for my teeth. Like how I said that I really like eating chia seeds because then they get stuck in my teeth. I get to pick them out. Same thing with my morning berries. Any type of seed that gets stuck in my teeth, I really enjoy the satisfaction of picking it out. And for a long time, I would just kind of find random objects around the home to do that with for years and years. And then a few months ago, I was like, what if I just got toothpicks? Like the thing meant for what you're doing.
Teeth. Yeah,
I just
named after it, really.
Yeah. My family isn't a toothpick family. And so I just never...
Are there toothpick families?
Yes, for sure. Like if I had kids, we would be a toothpick family because I am a toothpick mom.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I feel like you either grow up in a house that uses toothpicks or you don't. And if you don't, then you don't really think about it. But then one day I was like, what if I just got toothpicks and I could just use them? And so I did. And the rest is history. And now I'm a toothpick user. And I think that's kind of like my identity probably for the rest of my life.
I worry.
Why?
I worry for your intestines.
I'm not chewing on them. They're not leaving my hand. I'm not leaving them in my mouth.
Well, when I have to rush you to the emergency room because you're in 10 out of 10 abdominal pain because you've got a piece of wood chip sticking out of your friggin' intestines.
You're swallowing gum on the reg?
Yeah, at least gum passes through. We know it.
I am not swallowing anything I'm not supposed to swallow. So I'm already in a better position than you. And you're acting like I'm going to be
but obviously,
swallowing
like,
toothpicks
people
willy-nilly.
aren't purposely swallowing toothpicks. They just get down there somehow.
I don't understand how they even would get down there. That's how far away from swallowing them I am, where I cannot logically understand how that could even happen.
You
just accidentally swallow a pointy stick?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
I'm not going to do that.
The guy didn't even know that he did it.
That guy's a moron, and I would like to
plucked it out of his intestine. And then when he woke him up, I was like, hey, did you chew on toothpicks a lot? And he goes, yeah, all the time. I go, not anymore, buddy.
I wish you would hold me to a higher standard than a man, honestly. Is what it comes down to. I'm not going to make the mistake.
I just want to make a public service announcement.
Man.
Just be careful because that can happen.
Yeah. Not me, but other people. Well, it could happen.
Everybody says it's not me until they're in the... Well, that guy didn't know he swallowed a toothpick.
I'm not chewing on them. They are in my hand and I'm using them as a tool. And then when I'm done using them as a tool, I'm putting them down. I'm not leaving it in my mouth. I'm not walking around with a toothpick in my mouth.
Right. As long as you're not doing that.
No.
Because that's how you swallow it.
It's purely functional. It's not like something to do. If I need to chew on something, I'll get some gum, I'm not chewing on wood. Yuck. Ugh.
Ugh.
All right, but that's who I am now.
Okay. I still worry.
Well, don't, because out of all the things to worry about me
I think the last thing you need is major abdominal surgery.
Yeah. And there are lots of other things you could worry about me doing before you worry about my toothpick usage. So pick some other top 3 concerns for me, Toothpick shouldn't be up there. There's more pressing matters.
It's up there.
It shouldn't be. It's not even top 10 concerns for me. It's not in the realm of possibilities. It's not going to happen.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
I'm concerned.
Don't be. Stop being concerned for me. Should we move on into our next segment?
Yeah.
Which is going to be Business is So Much to Start, Just Not Us.
Yes.
We've got a wonderful smash hit of a song for this one.
Yeah.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Business, 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 business.
business. Really great as always.
Yeah. A lot of thought went into that, and I really like that.
Yeah, and thank you to Jane for the musical accompaniment.
Again.
Yep, Jane again.
Thank you.
Great.
We should get Jane on the show.
We gotta get her on. I don't know if she'll want to come on, but we can try.
Jane, think about it.
She's like, you guys can send me my goddamn Farmer's Almanac first.
It was a Maine Gazette.
Oh, sorry, Maine Gazette.
But yeah, maybe I should send both.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Hey, I've got a business that someone should start, just not us.
Yeah.
This kind of is along the same lines of my reality show that we discussed a few episodes ago.
Yeah. Surprises therapy.
Yeah. It's anything but therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where you think you're going on to a horrific premise of a reality show like The Ultimatum, but really it's like sneaky therapy.
I love it.
So this is kind of along those same lines.
Yeah.
If anything, this is even better because you're saving kids from terrible parents. All right. So, and maybe this should be left like this. Okay. This could either be just like a concept that people do, or it could be a reality show. Because I think it'd just be nice as a concept, even without filming. It's called Gay Conversion Camp.
Yeah.
It's where these...
I don't like it.
Well, you're gonna like it. Okay. The premise is bad.
Yeah.
The reality is fun and exciting.
Okay. It better be.
All right. So you get all these homophobic parents, right?
Yeah.
Who are like, not my kid. I'm going to send him to a conversion camp, which we know does not work. You can't just torture someone.
Jesus doesn't care.
No, he literally doesn't care.
Your God doesn't care what you do. Just don't be a bad person.
And why would you pray to a God who would send your own child to hell for loving people? Like, it's just the silliest. It's the silliest concept. Like, okay, so if you truly believe that's what God does, why are you worshiping him?
Yeah.
What a monstrous
Worship
God.
someone else.
To like, you're a man who likes men, and so I'm going to burn you for all of eternity. Like, bye.
Yeah.
Boy, bye.
Boy.
All right. So you get all these homophobic parents who sign their kids up for a gay conversion camp. Terrible premise, right?
I hate that. Yeah.
Bad. In reality, it's secretly a gay dating camp. Okay.
Whoa.
So they think they're being sent to like turn them straight.
Isn't that just any gay conversion camp anyway?
Really,
it's basically gay.
Yeah. But without like the unnecessary like torture and mental abuse and like you're going to hell. And it's just like, welcome. We're all here to meet each other and like lean into our gayness. You know, it's really like a gay camp, not a gay conversion camp.
Okay.
If anything, it'll convert people to be more gay.
Yeah.
Which I'm hoping for.
I like that.
And it's also therapy sessions to counsel these kids about religious indoctrination, religious abuse, parental abuse, kind of
10
like
out of 10.
Learning about
that's what those kids need.
Yes.
Growing up in an abusive household, emotional abuse.
They need to be told like, hey, that's not cool. And parents aren't supposed to treat their kids that way. Like, it's just so...
And you shouldn't be feeling bad for being who you are.
Yes. And let us allow you to like lean into who you are. You know, they could put on like a spring play.
Ooh.
They could lean into costume design.
Yeah.
Just kind of explore their interests, you know, and be allowed to like, they can wear whatever they want. Maybe there's like fun outfits that people can choose from of like, your parents won't let you wear a mesh tank top at home. And so now here at gay summer camp, you can wear a mesh tank top all day, every day, baby. Yeah. So it's like just total room for like free expression, be as gay as you want. Let your gay flag fly. Literally, there'll be gay flags, of course.
I think from a healthcare perspective,
condoms,
and maybe like, in addition to arts and crafts, a mandatory sex ed.
Yes.
Where we learn about STIs.
You're right. Yes. Okay. Smart. Yes. Day one. You're kind of learning about,
I think day one's traumatic. So day one,
you're right.
Camp.
Keep it fun.
Yeah. All
Maybe
fun.
just do like a welcome to camp, like decompress.
Not actually conversion camp. Yeah. We're happy for you.
Surprise, we tricked your parents. Yeah. It's actually like a gay as hell camp. Yeah. Get ready to
That's what it's called, gay as hell.
Yeah, yeah. Get ready to be gay as hell all summer.
Hell's in flames.
Yeah, gay as hell. And yeah, you're right. Maybe first day is like friendship bracelets, kind of just settling into gay camp, you know, getting away from your parents.
Right.
Days 2 through 3 are like, definitely sex ed, because you know those kids have never been given real sex ed before.
Yeah,
They've been told,
and it's important to learn about these things. Yeah.
So like educate them about their bodies. Yes. Like it can kind of be a whole like sex ed health class.
What's puberty?
Yeah.
What's happening?
And then I think within there, maybe on days like 4 and 5, you bring some community gays in to kind of teach them about the gay lifestyle population. And kind of like how to build gay communities and how to find people who are safe for you and kind of like, because there are, of course, like social rules for how to participate in different communities. And so there are like different rules and things you need to know about like being a part of a LGBTQIA plus community. And so I feel like people from the community, you could get trans people, you get lesbians in there, you get bi people, like you get all these people to come in and kind of give different talks about just their lives and just kind of open their eyes up to what's possible. Because they like probably have no idea what could even say. I'm kind of talking myself into wanting to go to this.
Let's make
gay as hell summer camp.
Yeah, gay as hell.
Should we start this gay as hell summer camp?
Pro gay as hell summer camp. Yeah.
And we can tell the parents it's called like, you're so gay, you're going to hell camp. But it's really gay as hell summer camp. Right?
I friggin' love it.
I think we got something here.
Find us at gayashell.com.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe don't type that in. But yeah, I think we got something here. And I think we could do a lot of good. And like, what a way to stick it to homophobes, and like making their kids even gayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just like celebrating who they are.
Yeah.
What a concept.
Yeah, you're right. We're not like indoctrinating them. We're allowing them to express themselves freely for once in their lives. And then also maybe towards the end of your camp session, there could even be ways to like hide things from your parents. Like maybe you do a lesson on like, how to, within reason, of course, but like, I don't know, how to, because you don't want to just go back home and be shoved back into the closet.
Right.
So it's like, I just had this amazing experience of being free and being myself. And now I got to go hide it again. So it could be like, therapeutic strategies for like how to find healthy outlets for yourself, how to kind of continue exploring this part of yourself without getting in trouble with your parents, like safety mechanisms, because like some of those parents will like legitimately want their kids to be dead rather than gay. So like there's definitely safety concerns here. So we do have to be careful.
It makes me sad.
It makes me so sad. So I feel like there should definitely be a safety element of like how to keep yourself safe when you return back home. But like even just getting to live for a few weeks that summer of being who you are, I feel like that would change your whole life.
Don't you think it's very like beneath God to like worry about things?
Right?
You're
to be like you're sticking your penis in another boy's
powerful being.
Yeah.
You've made Earth and everything on it.
Yeah.
And you're concerned about Jared liking Mike.
Right? Like, whoa.
Like
genocide, sure.
I feel like that's very almost like demeaning to your God.
Yeah, right. It's such a petty thing for God to care about.
For them to care about.
You're right. It's insulting to God.
Right.
To be like, God says boys can't kiss boys and girls can't kiss girls. Like, why does God care?
Think God, as an atheist.
Yeah.
I guess, like, if your God is truly all powerful, it seems very like limiting for him to be like really obsessed with this. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it seems like, what's your deal? Like, why are you so focused on this, you little pervert? It's like the people who are the most adamantly against gay rights are like, what are you hiding? Why are you so mad about seeing other people express themselves? Is it because you can't? God?
You mean Lindsey Graham?
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yes.
I just feel like people who are like, well, God doesn't want you to, do this and do this. I'm just like, it just seems like if God's truly that all powerful, I don't think he's going to give a shit.
No. And if he does give a shit,
probably not that powerful.
Yeah.
I feel like he'd probably
petty little guy who's like just sitting in his little chair and up in the sky being
he's like an assistant to the manager, you know?
Yeah.
He's got to find things to make himself useful,
Exactly, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like the president of a HOA or whatever. It's like you got nothing better to do than like measure people's grass height. You're right. It's a petty thing for a God to care about.
Right.
So either he's a petty little bee or he doesn't care and do whatever you want,
Right.
And after this episode, we're going to be recording a Patreon bonus episode where I talk about the truth behind Mother Teresa. So if you want more of this type of content, and you want to hear other stuff that we probably shouldn't say on the main episode, come join us on Patreon, where you can hear us talk about the wonderful life of Mother Teresa and what a saint she was.
Saint Mother Teresa.
Yes.
Is she a saint?
She was a saint,
Can women be saints?
I guess so. I think she was a saint.
I feel like growing up Catholic, I should probably know that.
Yeah, I feel like you should know that. There are like posters of like her and Jesus in churches and shit.
Yeah, but there's posters of Trump and Jesus in churches.
Well, yeah, but Mother Teresa is like, for some reason, I feel like it's not as well known as it should be, but I feel like a lot more people knew what a monster she was and just no one said anything. It's like, what are we doing? Anyways, you can catch that over on Patreon.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah. And
nice little plug there.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
And that
we should do that more often.
Right? Yeah, it sounded pretty professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like we've been doing this for a little bit.
A few years now, we're finally getting the gist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, and that's my business.
I really like that business.
Yeah, thank you.
I think that's very like harm reductive.
Right?
And celebratory. And I like sticking it to homophobes.
I agree. You know, the only problem though is if you get, you know, there's always like one of those kids who's a like real religious guy and he's obviously in the closet, but he doesn't even realize it. And his parents
probably
send him to conversion camp and he's like, yeah, good, because there shouldn't be any gay people. I could see that type of kid like going home and tattletaling. So maybe we have a real conversion camp for the ones who want it.
I guess if he's like, if there's a person like that, would they even go to conversion camp? Because these are the people.
You're right, because he's already self-converting. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, it'll be like...
There'll probably be like a little PowerPoint presentation at the very end of the week being like, hi, yes, we'd like to keep this camp running. Please don't tell on us.
Yeah.
Or we'll find you.
Yeah. And does it go against the whole like adults shouldn't ask kids to keep secrets? Yes.
Yeah.
But it's for their safety. So I feel like sometimes it can be good, you know, if it's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yeah. So we got to work out some of the details, but
yeah, we're still working on it.
Yeah. Like
gay as hell.
Yeah. Gay as hell summer camp.
Yeah.
I love it.
I like it too.
Yeah. All right. Last week you did a big hobby collectors and we had to skip over alternative segments because we didn't have time. This week we're going to skip over hobby collectors and we're going to go right into alternative segments.
Awesome.
Right?
I'm excited.
A little balance.
Yeah.
Okay. And I probably should have said that in a DJ voice.
Probably should have. I totally forgot that we did this voice for this segment.
Leading into this segment, but we got there. This is Alternative Segments.
Wow.
Alternative Segments. All right, up this week's Alternative Segments, we're doing Opposing Forces, ADHD versus Autism.
I like this.
Right? I came up with this one. These are just things where our ADHD wants to do things one way and our autism wants to do it completely the opposite way. I feel like we've talked about this concept before, but we haven't really put it into a segment form. So that's what we're doing.
The duality of neurodivergency.
Yes.
The duality of AuDHD.
Ooh. I like it. That would have been a good title.
That would have been a title for the episode.
Title for the ages, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Should we like go back and forth doing ours?
Yeah. I only have two.
I'll start then.
Okay.
All right.
But I feel like I can think of more.
Maybe mine will inspire you.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Number one. My ADHD would love to own many interesting looking mugs with like different designs on them and different shapes and sizes and colors. But my autism wants to use the same mug every single day because of the shape. I don't give a shit what it looks like. I want this type of shape.
I want this mug.
Yes. So I'll like buy all these cute mugs and just use one mug over and over again. And I won't use any of the fun new mugs because I'm like, no, I love the concept of using that mug. Yes, this is my mug.
That's a good shape.
I own two of this same mug from Joanne Fabric.
Joanne.
Now out of business. Because I love the shape so much and I do love the design. So this is kind of both, you know, I get my ADHD is happy
aesthetic
because it's got fun mushrooms on it and it's the exact right shape and the exact right size.
I like that.
Yeah. So, and I use this. I love all my other mugs. I love the mug you have.
I love
that mug.
The grandma mug?
Yeah. And I always look at it. I'm like, I love that mug. And then I pick up this mug.
Yeah.
And I only use this mug
I don't use that mug because I know that's your mug.
Yeah. And I have two of them and they're always dirty. So I'm always just switching back and forth between the two of them.
But, you know.
I have a whole cabinet of mugs. I use these two mugs.
Maybe one day you'll use a different mug and then you'll realize, no, I should be using that same mug.
Yeah. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's kind of difficult to move on from this mug. But that's okay.
All right. My autism can't let me do anything until the house is clean. But my ADHD can't clean the house because it's too overwhelming.
Yes,
I just sit there on the couch.
And you're upset that it's dirty?
Upset.
Yeah.
I just sit there upset. I can't even relax. I just sit.
Yep. I do that too.
I'm just mad.
I wish this problem was fixed.
Right?
Yeah, but I can't.
And it's like, it's not even not even a house cleaner would help because it's like folding the fucking laundry and doing the dishes.
Tidying. Yeah.
Tidying. Putting the mail away.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
For me, it's like when there's stuff on the floor, like you've seen Lucy destroy toys, and then there's like fuzz and little bits and pieces all over the floor.
Yeah.
But Lucy is so triggered by the vacuum that's like, would I rather deal with the frustration of like seeing all these bits on the floor or deal with the frustration of vacuuming and having Lucy bark at the vacuum? So I just choose not to vacuum, and then I'm mad that there's like little bits on the floor.
Yeah. Doesn't Ian do the vacuuming? Isn't he a vacuum man?
Yes, but sometimes it's like Lucy has just gotten into like one specific toy, and I'm home alone for the day at work, and it's like, this is really bothering me.
Yeah. I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that.
So it's kind of a real Sophie's choice.
All
right. Number 2, my ADHD would love.
We're going back forth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's mine. You just did yours.
I just did one.
Were you offended that I skipped you?
Yeah.
No. You already did yours. Hey.
Sorry.
All right, number 2.
Sorry.
My ADHD would love to be spontaneous and fun, but my autism requires very rigid planning and significant time to mentally prepare. I'm always like, I'll just wake up Saturday morning and kind of do whatever I feel like doing. No, I won't, because I haven't prepared. I don't have a plan. I'll sit in the fucking kitchen chairs until 2 p.m. on TikTok.
You know what I've noticed with you and our friend Gracie? If we're doing plans, it needs to be the plan initiation has to be started 24 hours in advance.
Yes. Yep.
And then like I have to confirm 12 hours in advance.
Yes. Yeah.
And then it has to be like 100% planned out.
Yes.
And I have to come and pick you up.
Yes. Yeah. I can meet you. I'll meet you places if there's like a specific time and I've had proper heads up and I have time to prepare.
And
it's not too early but not too late.
If it's planned like a week in advance, it's not happening.
Yeah, because that's be way too early.
Way too early. You've had time to like
2 days ahead of time.
You've had time to like, I don't want to do this.
Yep.
I don't want to do this. It's got to be 24 hours or less.
Yeah. Because, well, not less. It's got to be at least 24 hours.
It's going to be at least 24 hours.
I would say 2 days ahead.
No more than 48.
2 days is good.
Mm-hmm. Just spontaneous enough.
Yes. And by that, it's not spontaneous at all.
It's not.
Yeah.
But
and the plans can't be like after 3 p.m. because then I have all morning to talk myself out of it and come up with a reason why I don't have to do it.
It's hard because, so with my schedule, if we want to do something, I'm planning like weeks in advance. Being like, okay, on the 17th is my day off. I need to plan. What is the weather going to be? This is what we can do. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then I've found that maybe it would be better if I did the planning part for me because I like to plan in advance.
Yeah, you plan it all out.
I do plan
it all out. Keep it a secret.
Yeah. And then I'll just surprise you with plans 24 hours in advance.
Yeah, but you're using the word surprise and I'm like backing up. I don't like that.
Not surprise.
I don't like surprises.
Telling you a pre-planned plan.
Okay.
In advance.
Okay.
In a short amount of advance.
I think if you asked me Thursday morning and the plans were on Saturday, that's perfect for me.
Okay.
That would be ideal.
And then I'm always like, well, what if they already have plans? And I'm like, they don't have plans.
I rarely do.
Rarely have plans.
But once in a while I do. And I always resent them. I think because I really do think I have that PDA, even if it's a fun plan, now it's a demand.
Yeah.
Even if it's fun, it's something I have to do. And now I'm like, well, I don't want to.
But once you're doing it, you're having a fun time.
It's the transition to the fun thing. And that's where I get stuck is I just can't. And like sometimes I like legitimately, because I have endometriosis, I legitimately have some weeks where I'm just like, I can't move out of this chair for a few days. And that sucks. And that's part of what makes me resistant to like making plans too far in advance. Because I'm like, what if it's 2 days ahead of time? Yeah, I'm like, wow, this is a really bad time to have plans, you know? So I think that makes me hesitate. And I don't like having to cancel stuff. And you don't like having me cancel stuff.
I don't like.
And so I'd rather.
I don't like a change in plans.
Right. So I'd rather not make the plan at all than make it and potentially have to cancel it. Because then I'm stressed especially if I've already canceled once on something with this person, whether it's you or whoever, I'm like, well, now I can't cancel again. And that, if anything, triggers my PDA even more. Because it's like, well, now it's a super obligation. You can't cancel and you have to do it.
And
not
with me.
Yeah.
Hope you're ready to get your ass chewed out.
Yeah.
It's one of my worst qualities.
Yeah.
Being really upset about that.
Yes, you are. And it makes it
I understand.
difficult. But I also have a bad quality of canceling on things sometimes.
I have a bad quality of being like super upset about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So not the best duo.
No.
Of one who loves to cancel and one who hates canceling. Yeah. But you know what?
I just don't like the change in the plan because I've already prepped mentally for plan.
Yeah, but isn't that great? Because you've prepped and now it's like you got a free day to do whatever you want.
I've already prepped. I've spent all that mental energy prepping and scripting.
I think you're putting in more scripting energy than I am. As part of
for
it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, it's
Always.
like great free time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When someone cancels on me, wonderful, great. All right.
Number 2. My ADHD wants to wear all kinds of clothes. I want to wear skirts in like fun colors.
Yeah.
I want
fun fabrics.
Fabrics, flowy stuff.
Yeah.
Jeans. But the tism is like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Comfy
clothes, jeans occasionally, and a shirt. Nothing too blousey.
Hate a blouse.
Colors, I always want to wear fun colors, but then I just stick to my usual colors. But now I know my season. So now I know my appropriate colors.
What is your season?
I gotta look it up.
I did mine again the other day. It was something autumn. Warm autumn.
Yeah, you're definitely in the autumns.
Is that olive green? Is a good color for me.
It is. I'm a soft summer.
I was gonna say you're definitely not an autumn.
Not an autumn.
No.
And not a winter.
Yeah, I'm a warm autumn, which feels right. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're autumn in general.
My problem is that black is not an autumn color, and I love to wear black.
Black is, summers don't wear black.
Yeah. But I'm gonna keep wearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I struggle.
I have that problem too. I'll buy fun clothes and then they'll just sit in my closet.
I'm going to wear this.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
And it's like scratchy or it fits me wrong
weird,
or it leaves like a weird draft up my shirt or something. Like I'm so particular.
Right?
Yep. I'm the same way.
Hate it.
Hate it.
Number 3.
All right, number 3. Kind of along those same lines, my ADHD would love to have like a fun, funky hairstyle that would require like styling every day. But my autism cannot handle any hairs touching my face or my neck or like getting in my way in any capacity.
You're rocking the bob.
But look how much I'm tucking my hair behind my ears. It's like I cannot stop myself from touching it all
what
day,
if you got
every day.
Bangs?
No. I've had bangs before. It's bad. First of all, I'm a sweaty girl.
I think you look good.
That
way they're here.
I didn't. I don't think I looked good in bangs.
Oh, I thought you looked great.
I think one time I had them and I liked them when I lived in Boston. I liked them.
Yeah.
And then I did them again when I lived out in Oregon. Something about them bad. They were too blunt.
Okay.
And I don't have enough understanding of like how hair works and how to do hair. I kind of approach hair like a middle schooler where I'm like straightened or back, up and back. I don't really know how to do anything in between of like, using the flat iron, the curling iron brush or the fucking, I don't even know. Like I just don't know how to add texture into my hair.
Heated round brush.
But I just wouldn't do it.
Yeah, but you straighten it. Use that instead of the straightener. It's so easy.
I know how to straighten. Straighten's easy.
Heated round brush, it's the same thing, but you're also brushing your hair.
No, it's a new thing.
I'm going to bring mine.
I actually think I have one. The Revlon turny one.
Is it
the big blue one?
A blow dryer as well?
Yes.
I'm going to show you what I have.
Okay.
I'm going to bring
Show
it
me
next
what you
time.
have. I'm just not going to use it though is the thing. And I like the idea of it. And I've gone through phases where I have done my hair for a little bit. But like ultimately, if I don't have to do my hair, I'm not going to. And I can say all I want that like, oh yeah, I'm going to wake up every morning and style my bangs. No, I'm not. I'm going to pin them back and I'm going to be pissed that I can't put my hair into like a full ponytail, which is how I feel right now with my hair. I like this short little haircut and like now I can do like a sad little tiny baby pony.
Cute.
But for the first couple of weeks, I couldn't put it back at all. And it just drives me insane. It's like one more thing. I'm already so uncomfortable in my body and my skin at all times, or I'm always fidgeting and pulling at my sleeves, pulling down my shirt. Like I'm always tugging at myself, which sounds dirty, but I am always tugging at myself.
You are.
And then now I have glasses and now I got to adjust even when I'm not wearing my glasses, I find myself going to push my glasses up when they're not even on my face. I just like, I'm so used to doing it that I just kind of like do it even when I'm not wearing them. And the same thing happens with my hair. If my hair is down in any capacity and I can access it, I'm just touching it all day. And then it gets gross and greasy, doesn't look good, and it's like driving me crazy. It's all I can think about. So I need to shave my head.
Let's do it.
Maybe one
together.
day. My hairdresser told me not to because it's really hard to grow it back, which is very valid. He said
fair.
I did it once and I really regretted it because you're going to have like a few months where it's just Gia Pet, like straight out.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm going to do that.
I'm going to look like Justin Timberlake in NSYNC.
You would look so crazy with a shaved head. It's like so hard for me to even picture. You'd look so weird.
It's because my face is small, but my face, I have a small face, but I have lots of head.
I don't even think
I don't think I have a big head, but I think I have head, but small, like
you have head, but small feature,
but squished in face almost.
I don't think that at all about you. I just think it wouldn't work with like your look and your aesthetic. And I think of you as always having like this beautiful, like big curls, and you got this big hair and long hair. And I feel like if you shaved your head, it would be very like you're going off to war. Yeah, it would look
2007. Yeah.
Whereas I feel like for me, like my aesthetic,
I still
like,
think
I look weird.
We all saw that.
It makes sense. Yeah, it was a matter of time.
I'm
surprised. Yeah, because like I've dyed my hair, I've cut my hair, I've had a bunch of different hairstyles, I have tattoos, I have piercings. It would make sense for me of like that was the natural next step.
Yeah,
it was a matter of time before she shaved her head. For you, it'd be like, is Kristen okay? should she be like
in a moment
in a facility? Because like you've never even dyed your hair.
I used to dye it blonde.
Okay, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
You've never dyed your hair a non-natural color. Okay. You don't have tattoos. You don't have non-normal piercings. So if you shaved your head, it'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What's going on with her?
How liberating would that be?
Right?
Yeah.
And you just don't even have to do anything with your hair. Men don't realize how good they have it.
Men don't realize. They don't.
They don't get it.
They don't get it.
Yeah.
When I do my hair in the morning, and then by the time I get to work, I'm like, I'm so sick of it. It goes in a bun. And I'm like, I've just wasted all those minutes.
Exactly. Anytime I try to wear it down, I just end up putting it up anyway. So like, what was the point of that?
And I put it in a bun.
Yeah.
I could talk about this all day. It's so frustrating because I'm like, I like doing my hair. Like I enjoy the process, but I feel,
I hate doing my hair.
I think it's very therapeutic in the morning, kind of just like getting yourself ready and presentable. But at the same time, the second you go outside, it's like, the world is against you. It's either too humid or too dry, or it's windy out.
Ugh.
Or
wind with my hair down, nightmare.
No, a nightmare. Or you're just, you're working and you don't want to get your, in healthcare, I don't want to get my hair in people's stuff.
Exactly.
So it's easier just to put it in a bun.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I just always have my hair up, but I wish I could have a cute hairstyle, but I can't and I don't.
I wish I could wear claw clips cute.
Claw clips cute.
Cute claw clips.
I think you could look cute in a claw clip.
I wear claw clips, but it's not cute.
Why do you say that?
I don't know how to like fluff it appropriately.
Miss Ayers from our third grade teacher had the best claw clip hair.
Yes.
It was like she had this like long, beautiful brunette hair that was like straight, but not pin straight. And it was like always looked silky.
She was just a beautiful person.
She was. And like the way she would put it up in her claw clip, it just looked so effortless.
Yes.
That's why I wore claw clips is because of Miss Ayers.
It's all these nurses too. They put up these like effortless claw clips. And it looks so good. It's like the messy bun,
Yes,
it's supposed to
do a messy bun.
It's supposed to look effortless. It never does for me. I spend a lot of time to make it look effortless. It looks like trash.
Yeah, mine looks like I'm going to rugby practice or something. It's like slick back. I just can't do like a purposefully messy thing. I'm like so particular about it. I even try to do the
slick back thing. And my hair does not want to cooperate because it does not want to be slicked back unless I use like a ton of gel. And I'm like, I can't. I want like a little bit of volume. I don't know. I can't do it.
Yeah, because I get like you. I get the little baby fuzz.
Yeah, I've got baby fuzz.
It drives me crazy.
And I don't know. I don't know what to do. So I've been rocking a lot of low buns at work and just hoping it is what it is.
See, I feel like when you have really short hair and you do have like the tiny little pony, you can do the low pony without looking like George Washington. Mm-hmm. But the second your pony grows to be like 3 inches long, now you look like George Washington. So it's like you have a short period of time where the low little pony looks cute and like it looks cutesy, and then it very quickly becomes weird.
Yeah.
Like, why do you have it like that?
Yeah. I don't know. I just
I feel like maybe I could do you think I could pull off the hair down slick back? No. Your face is saying no. I feel like it's a very glam look.
Yeah, that's a very glam.
And I'm not very glam.
Some
people just do that as their daily look, though.
So you
hair down, slick back like that.
Slick back?
Yeah, some people
like
have
gel?
that. Yeah.
I need pictures.
Okay, I'll show you pictures after that.
Almost like a mullet?
No, it doesn't. Well, probably on me it would look like a mullet. But for people who do it right, it looks, and they have like short hair, maybe even shorter than me.
Should you get a mullet?
Should I get a mullet?
Ooh.
Should I get a wolf cut? I think if I were to do anything, I'd do a wolf cut.
What is the difference between a wolf cut and a shag? I think it's a conspiracy.
I think wolf cut is between shag and mullet. I think wolf cut is more mullety than a shag, but not as mullety as a mullet.
Okay.
Think about it.
That's actually
give it a thought.
Quite a good explanation.
Right?
Okay.
Like I think of shag as like 70s chic.
Yeah.
Like cool.
I used to rock a shag.
Yeah. I feel like you can pull off the shag.
Yeah, I got hair for a shag.
Yeah.
I got shaggy hair.
Yeah. And I think the wolf cut just has like bigger bangs.
Mm-hmm.
So the bangs make up more of the hair,
mm-hmm.
and you're not doing like Farrah Fawcett like curtain bangs.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like scruffier looking, and the hair in the back does look a little mulletish, but it's not like a straight up mullet. So that's the non-technical difference, according to me, someone who doesn't know really anything about hair. I used to wear my hair frozen to school.
Yeah, you did.
And I still do that as an adult. Yeah.
Lately, I've been doing a big no-no and going to bed with my hair wet.
Oh, I do that every night.
Really? It's supposed to be really bad.
Why?
Still have hair, like causes a lot of breakage.
Oh.
But
all right.
Well, we got a little off topic, but that has been alternative segments. Wow! Alternative segments.
Clip, clop, clip, clop. Oh, do you hear those hooves fast approaching? And is that a train whistle that I hear simultaneously moving at the same speed in the distance? I can tell based on my math classes that they're traveling at the same speed coming towards me. Could it be? Oh, I see now why that's happening. It's because the horse is clomping atop the train. He's running on top of the train even though the train is moving him. I'm not sure why he still has to run despite getting a ride from the train. But he's galloping across the top of the train kind of in a performative synchronized dance routine. I don't know who he's even performing for. Some kind of majestic performance of a horse on top of a train, but he's getting fast approaching. He's getting closer. Yo, whoa. And he's really stampeding now, and he's looking mighty hungry. And I think before they hit the station, they're going to stop at the old pizza shop because it's time for pizza secrets. Yep. Nice and efficient.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
It's my favorite part of the show.
Yeah. I like how it doesn't get better.
It gets actually like significantly worse.
Because I run out of like, I've already said that thing. And so now I have to like come up with new stuff to say. And I never think about it ahead of time. Like, no,
it's very much on the spot.
Yeah. That's right off the dome, believe it or not.
Yeah, I know. It almost sounds rehearsed.
Yeah, we didn't practice that ahead of time, believe it or not, guys.
Believe it or not, listeners at home.
Yeah.
The show.
Yeah. Unscripted. Uncut. All right, Kristen. Should we do the Pizza Secret song?
Yeah.
I like how we have like a Pizza Secrets transition, and then we also have a song.
Yeah.
It gets all the things.
Yeah. Well, it's our best segment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Pizza Secrets. Tell me your secrets. Pizza Secrets. Oh, yeah. All right.
All right.
My Pizza Secret isn't really like a story. It's kind of just like a shitty little thing I do.
Sure.
So you want me to say mine first?
Yeah.
And it sounds like you have more of a story.
I have more of a story.
Okay.
I'll make it into a story.
Okay. Because mine is just like a thing that I've realized that I do that's bad.
Okay.
I didn't have a fancy title for this. It's just called emergency brakes.
Okay.
If I have ever driven your car and you leave your car with the emergency brake on, I have driven your car with the emergency brake on. 100% of the time, I promise you.
Who's putting their emergency brake on?
Haley's dad, first of all, drove his car with the emergency brake on in high school. I still remember it to this day. I don't think Haley even knows about that.
puts their emergency brake on unless you're doing a standard?
Posey.
Posey. Get it together.
One of the families that I babysit for, they have a family minivan. And they live, I guess there's like a little bit of a slope.
You don't need an emergency brake unless you're parking on like a hill.
Well, they live at the end of a street that has like a slight little slope.
Brakes have come a long way.
I know. It's not necessary, and that's exactly why I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
And Haley's dad's car was just like, it might have been in the driveway. I don't even know why I was driving it. I was like moving it for him.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely drove with the emergency brake on. It'll still go. It just sounds really bad.
Yeah. Mine will like have an alarm if you drive with it.
Oh, no. This will just like be crunching. You'll be like, something's wrong.
It doesn't have like a...
Something's wrong. I don't know what it is.
Mine has like a big P for parking brake.
Oh, yeah. It'll have a light.
Yeah.
It's not going to make a sound, though.
The second you press the gas, it will go...
No. All the cars I've done this in do not do that. It'll have a light, but it's just you're hearing a lot of crunching. It still goes. You're just kind of moving against a lot of resistance. So every time I've gotten in Posey's minivan, multiple times, I've driven with the e-brake on. And I realize quickly, so I'm not going too far, but I'm going a bit. I'll go down the street and be like, this feels weird. Why is the car going so slow?
Yeah.
I did it to my own car the other day because when I go over to work at Lauren's house, she does live on a big hill. You've been there.
Yeah.
And where I park is even on an incline, so I'll put my e-brake on, which I never ever do. So like half the time I go to get in my car, I back up with the e-brake on. So don't worry, I do it to my own car as well. I'm not just doing it to yours. I know.
And it doesn't make a sound.
It makes a sound.
I mean, there should be some sort of beepage.
There should be, but there's not. There's just crunching, and it's difficult to drive. Believe it or not, it's really hard to get moving.
With the brake on?
Yeah, it's hard to get going.
I can see how that could be so.
Yeah. It's possible.
Yeah.
You'll move. I'm moving, but I'm not going very fast for good reason. And I did that in my car the other day, and I was like, I've done this to lots of people's cars before. Yeah.
And you're like, this car sucks.
Yeah. I'm like, what? Like, legitimately, I'm like, what is wrong with this? Especially because it's often, it's not just the first time I'll drive a car. It's just if you leave your e-brake on, I'm doing it almost every time I get in your car because I never think of it.
Does your e-brake, is it like a kunk?
Yeah.
It's
like the
shifter handle thing. Yeah. Mine's like a little flick switch.
Oh.
It's very strange.
Maybe that's why it has the beep.
Because it looks weird and it's not. I want like a satisfied. I want like knobs.
I like doing it.
Yeah, it's like a
yeah.
Brakes
I feel like
off,
I'm really driving a car.
Driving cars. Yeah.
Better throw this e-brake on. Don't want
to
go down a mountain. Yeah. It feels very intense.
Yeah, my car's like, it's on.
Trust us.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why yours does beep because you don't have the visual of like seeing the e-brake
it could be like.
Yeah. The e-brake is like fully up. And if I were paying attention at all, I'd be like, that looks like the e-brake is on. Like it's very visibly on.
And there should also be a light.
Yeah.
Right on
there's
your
a
dash.
light. There's a light on the dash.
There's a lot of indicators.
There's so many visual indicators. There's auditory indicators, cognitive indicators, really, if you just like thought about it for 2 seconds. It's like, hey, the last time I drove this, the e-brake was on. So maybe check again and see if this time it's also on. No.
Double check.
Nope. I'm just trying to hit that open road, baby. I got to pick the kids up from preschool. I got to go. E-brake be damned.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, if you've ever let me drive your car and you have the e-brake on, don't, because I'm going to fuck up your car.
Yeah,
the cars are fine.
Cars are fine.
Presumably.
No, yeah.
But
that's a future problem.
Exactly. You know what?
Grace.
Yeah, it's never really been a big problem, so say it's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, sissy. Cool. All right, Kristen.
All right. I feel like I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. It's a good story.
Yeah. We just spent a long time searching through our old scripts trying to figure out if Kristen has told this story before. I know you've told it to me privately, but it's like, I thought you said it on the podcast.
I thought I did too.
You know what? We repeat ourselves all the time.
The wonderful thing about ADHD is that we forget a lot.
And I bet the listeners forget too. So for them, hopefully, it could be a new story.
Could be a new story.
Even
if not, they've heard it. We're going to hear it again.
Yeah. So either way,
this one's called Quail Man.
Yeah.
As I was winding down my old job, sometimes we would have some really slow days because the whole practice was leaving. So we're not doing as much surgery as if people are like leaving. If surgeons are leaving, right? You don't want to like do a surgery and then like not be there anymore, right? So things are getting slow. And we had one day where Ted didn't have any cases on our OR day on Tuesday. And I was like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? And everybody else had their jobs, and I'm just like sitting there, and I'm like, well, shit, I might as well like not do anything. So where do I go? Craigslist.
You gotta.
Yeah, got to, because, you know, that's like where all the action is. I love Facebook Marketplace. I love Craigslist. I love a good Craigslist.
Yep.
So I'm on Craigslist, and one of my coworkers who works in a different department sits in the desk like right behind me, and I'm on Craigslist. I'm just talking out loud, and there's an ad. There's all kinds of ads for like farm animals and stuff, and there's an ad for laying hen quail, which are like little tiny chickens, basically.
Oh.
$10 per bird.
Sounds like a steal.
Right? That's that's exactly what I said. I go, oh, what a bargain. It's already laying eggs, so you don't have to like raise it. And so you get like eggs right away. And quail eggs are expensive, right? Like they're like a luxury.
They're very like rich, I think.
Yeah. I've never had one.
Either. I've seen a quail though. They're very cute.
They look really cute.
They have them down in Arizona.
And this lady, like the ad, she had like 50 quail. And I was like, geez, you could get a whole flock. And I'm just like talking about these in theory, I'm like, you could have a whole flock of like laying quail hens like tomorrow.
Yeah,
she's getting rid of all of them. She's
quail eggs for breakfast.
Right, quail eggs for breakfast.
Quail eggs for lunch.
And my coworker, who is really into gardening, and like in honey, he makes honey with bees. Yeah. He's like, Kristen, what is a quail? And I was like, it's a little tiny chicken, basically.
Yeah.
And the quail eggs are really tiny, but they're really creamy, and they're kind of like a luxury item. Some people give them to their cats, which I think is weird.
That is weird.
Because they're expensive.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, but some people raise quail. I was like, Jim. Oh, you got to bleep out his name.
Why?
Nah, you don't have to. His name's Jim.
I think he'll be okay with you
he
saying
doesn't
that.
listen to the podcast. He's like, I'm like, Jim, you got to get these quails. Like, I thought as a joke.
You love to peer pressure people into doing stuff.
It was a real boring day is all I have to say.
Yeah.
I was like, you got to get these quail, Jim. I was like, this is a business opportunity. You got to get them.
Were you getting commission from this quail sale?
Commission from my soul.
Yeah,
like this is what my soul needed at the time.
You were meant to do this.
And he's like, well, how do you raise quail? I was like, well, from what I know, because of course I'm on Quail Talk.
You got to be on Quail Talk.
Right.
I am on Button Quail Talk.
They're very cute,
They're
right?
So
They're
cute.
so tiny.
I like seeing them compared to different small items. Right? Like here's a button quail next to a dime.
Cute. Right.
I know.
The little babies.
Yeah, little babies.
And I'm like, I think you just put them in like almost like a bunny hutch and make sure they have like food, water. I was like, they don't need much space. They're little tiny birds. And then they just lay you eggs.
Great.
And he's like, wow. And then I was like, you got to think about it. He's like, well, I have to have my wife permission and blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, Jim. I was like, this is an opportunity.
You got to jump on it, Jim.
Got to get, like, this is a business idea.
It's a quail sale.
It's a quail sale. I was like, it's now or never. And he's like, well, I don't have anywhere to put them. And I was like, hold on. Further into Facebook Marketplace,
great.
Someone's selling a quail hutch.
Oh my God, it's meant to be.
I was like,
Jim.
That's exactly what I said. I was like, Jim, it's meant to be.
The universe is giving you a sign, Jim.
$50 for a quail hutch. I was like, it's basically you're walking away free.
Holy shit.
I was like, all you have to do is pick it up. You got a big truck. It will fit. It will fit. And he was like, oh, wow. The next day, he goes, I called the guy about the quail hutch. I'm picking it up tomorrow.
Shut up.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, are you getting quail? He goes, I have a call with the lady today. I was like, what the shit?
Wow.
He's got the quail. So next day comes.
Yeah.
I go, hey, what is the status on the quail? He goes, I'm taking them all. Because the person selling the quail hutch had 2. So he's like, I'm going to get both. I'm going to get all the quail.
Great.
50 quail.
Holy shit. That is a big flock. Is this man very impressionable by chance?
I just want to say 2 days ago, did not know what a quail was.
Yeah.
Now he's got 50.
50 quail.
Weekend goes by.
That's
he comes back. He's got pictures. He's like, let me show you all these quail.
Oh my God.
Not only did he get quail, he has a pheasant now, a breeding pair of a Chinese pheasant, which looks like a Pokemon.
Cool.
Real cool.
We should do that as a bod.
Oh, Chinese pheasant?
Yeah.
Oh!
Remember it.
Mental note. Yeah, it's in there.
Yeah, it's in there.
We're going to forget
out. Yeah, we're going to do
in a second. He's got quail. He's got a Chinese pheasant. He's going to breed them for the pheasant market, I guess.
Great. There's a great pheasant market.
He's already like in touch with a local farmer's market selling quail eggs.
Oh my God.
I was like, Jesus,
You almost said Jesus quail.
Jesus quail. Jim.
Jesus quail. You just changed that man's whole life.
He's a quail farmer now.
Yeah, he's a quail man.
He's a quail man. I did that, and I'm like kind of proud of it.
Yeah.
His coworker, not impressed.
No?
Came up to me and she goes, "What the fuck? All you can talk about now is quail. That's all we talk about is quail, 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 quail." I was like,
that's gonna happen.
I was like, well, yeah, he's into quail now.
He's living the lifestyle.
She goes, "I know you did this." I go, "I did do that. I have no regrets."
Yeah.
I have no regrets.
No.
I'd do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Create
Everybody should have some quail.
Yeah.
I want a quail.
You don't even have quail.
I don't even have quail.
But you know how great they are.
I want to live vicariously through his quail life.
Yeah. Hashtag quail life.
Quails for life.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed with myself.
Yeah. That is powerful.
That's powerful. I felt like a god.
Like, how often do you make a recommendation
and
to someone
just,
and they
take
don't
you at your word?
Yeah.
Who does that?
Like, no one does that, first of all. And like, not only did you give him a recommendation, but you like talked him into a sale, you know?
I should go into sales.
You should. I actually don't think you'd be very good at it
I would be really
all.
awful at it.
Unless maybe bird sales, because you are very pushy. When you get something in your brain, you're like, everybody should do this. And it's like, no, why? You know? Or you're trying to get everyone to move to Vancouver, Washington. It's like,
right now I'm trying to get everybody to
place.
move to northern Vermont for a commune.
See, that's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, wherever you live, you're like, people should move here, regardless of whether the place you're living is
everybody should live near
a
me.
Nice place to live.
First of all, Vancouver, Washington is lovely.
Kinda sucked.
They had
parts of it were junky.
Yeah, not the part I lived in.
Yeah,
across from the meth gas station.
Yeah.
I really like that.
With
I
the
like
construction going on.
All of the construction.
Yeah,
I like the farmers market.
It did have a nice farmers market close to Portland. That was nice,
and it was nice for the
But
time.
still, you recommend things not necessarily because you're like, this person will love this. It's like, because I'm doing this and I want other people to do it.
I want you to see and appreciate it the way I see and appreciate it.
Yes. With no thought to like whether they will.
Yeah.
It's like, because I do,
yeah,
you should too.
Yeah. Exactly.
And with the quails, it kind of just worked out.
It really worked out.
Yeah.
Except I don't have quails.
Well, that guy does.
That guy does now.
Great for him. I wonder how his quails are doing. Yeah.
I have an update because he did recently text me. Update. Bees are doing well.
Great.
Quails, fantastic.
Thriving.
Pheasants, also thriving.
Right.
Laying eggs.
Right. The pheasants are laying eggs? Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Also, in addition to quails and pheasants, we now have chickens and ducks.
Oh
We've got a whole goddamn farm.
He's a bird man.
I've changed his life.
You literally changed that man's entire life. He's got a full farm.
He's got a whole farm now. I wonder, my next project, goats.
Yeah, I bet you could get him on board with goats.
Yeah, if you've got chickens, quails, what's a goat?
Yeah, get him into the
He's got land.
Yeah.
Sure, maybe.
Then he's going to be getting cows
right?
and donkeys and who even knows? Bunnies.
Whole dang farm.
Yeah.
He is living the life that I want, though. He's got a huge greenhouse. He does all this gardening. I don't know if I can dabble into bees. I'm not there yet.
You never know. My neighbors just got bees.
Really? I want someone near me to have bees, but I don't want to have the bees.
I feel like you've got enough on your plate, and bees are a whole thing.
Bees are a whole thing.
You should stick
I don't
with
feel
the birds
like
in the garden.
I feel like bees are a whole thing, and they can go real bad real quick.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my pizza secret.
Nice.
I bullied someone into getting.
You didn't bully. You talked him into
it. I charmed them with my Craigslist skills.
Sure. Yeah. Let's go with that. Charmed them with your Craigslist skills. All right.
Yeah. Pizza secret. I have no regrets.
No, as you shouldn't. Jim is thriving, and I bet his quails are too.
Yeah.
Do the quails bang each other? Is he getting like more quails, or are they all females?
Oh, no, he has male quails.
Male quails?
Male quails.
And are the male quails banging the female quails?
I think so.
And so he's just going to be getting like more and more and more quails?
Well, I think he gets the eggs. He harvests the eggs. But I think if you let the eggs hatch, then you can get baby quail.
50 quail is already a lot
That's
of
a
quail.
lot of quail. But
That's
if you
so
take
many.
all the eggs, then you don't have babies.
Do you think you would be comfortable asking him what he does with any carcasses of the quail that die? Because I bet it's legal to have quail skulls because bird law is very serious. But if they're
Can you have chicken
farm,
skulls?
Yeah, if they're
Okay.
like farm poultry, then you can because obviously you're allowed to keep those
The
animals.
Chinese pheasant, I don't think you can have.
No,
I think
definitely
that's.
not.
I don't even know if that's like legal to have in Maine.
I don't know.
Bird law.
It's something he's doing though.
Although,
Bird law is
with
very
this
serious.
current administration getting rid of like environmental protection.
Hell yeah, go nuts. Kill all the birds you want. Go out and
yeah.
shoot bald eagles from the sky.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Yeah, USA.
USA.
We're not testing our milk. We're fucking wild and free, baby.
Wild and free. Who needs milk tests?
No,
I like E. coli in my milk.
Yeah, take that risk.
Here's the thing. Unpasteurized milk. It's not probiotic. It's E.
No,
coli
it's
from
dirty.
poo. From poo. From
Yes.
cow poo.
Yeah.
That is the biotic. It's E. coli, the thing that grows in your poop. It's not good for your gut. It causes sickness.
Yep. And the only like minor benefits that you could get from unpasteurized milk, you can easily get from many other sources, and it'll be safe.
What is the minor benefit? I see
there's
no
like nothing. It's
there's
like
no
any type of,
minor benefit. It's like you're just risking.
There's like minuscule amounts of nutrients that are removed from the milk when you pasteurize. It's like the tiniest little amount, but there is a slight amount. Nothing of value and nothing that is worth
Take a
risking drinking
goddamn
shit milk.
vitamin.
Don't
Yes,
drink poopy pus milk.
I don't want poop milk.
Yeah.
I don't want milk, period.
I don't want milk, period, either.
If I had to
don't
drink
give
milk,
it to me.
I'll drink unpoopy milk.
Yeah.
But apparently we're just not testing anymore, so fuck it.
Yeah. So, you know
'cause
what?
Why?
Survival of the fittest.
I guess so.
If you want to drink raw milk and that's the way you want to go out, I say live free or die. And you're going to die probably.
Probably.
So,
Well, no, they'll show up to the emergency room.
yeah, but you could die.
You could die.
But that's your right, you know?
Your right to die.
Yeah. And isn't that nice? Isn't that
is nice.
great?
No, we'll just have a lot
About our
more
country.
emergency visits with unpasteurized milk and people not wanting antibiotics. And
Imagine living in a world where there's like already so many risks and things that could kill you or harm you. And then on top of that, you're like, what if I also just like disregarded basic science and drank dirty milk for no reason?
Here's my
like, what if
I know
just
we're
took
already
an
over
unnecessary
time,
risk? Yeah,
but
we gotta get out of here.
If I could just say one thing, you're not allowed to pick and choose which sciences you believe in
Yes.
because they're all together.
Yes.
So if you don't want to believe in like basic biochemistry and microbiology, then you also don't get to believe in the same engineering that makes a car. Okay,
Yeah.
you choose one or the other.
Yeah.
All right,
And don't come to the hospital when you're feeling sick because you want to disregard science. Okay, so disregard
what do
science.
you want from the hospital? That drives me nuts too.
Yes.
Like when people come to the hospital and they're like, well, I don't want any medicines and I don't want anything. And you're like, okay, then stay
Why
at
are-
home and die.
Yeah, why are you here?
Like someone else needs your bed if you're not going to do anything.
Yep.
But of course we're going to take care of them because that's what we do.
Yep.
It's just very annoying.
Yep.
This
Yeah.
is why I don't work in emergency medicine.
Yeah. How frustrating would that be?
Oh God, I
People
can't.
who have just done the dumbest things.
I
like,
can't.
You want to go against medicine? Go all the way, baby.
Go.
Just, yeah. Live on your own.
Live
fix
your
own
life.
shit.
Yeah.
Drink ivermectin or whatever the fuck.
Anyways,
This has been another wonderful episode of Weirds of a Feather.
we got off topic.
Yeah, but isn't that just us?
That
you know?
is, yeah.
That's us. So thanks for listening. You guys can rate, review, and subscribe on all the platforms. You can follow us on all the social media platforms. You can check out our Patreon for some bonus content. We're trash talking Mother Teresa over there.
Let's do it.
So come join us for that. And you can email us at Weirds of a Feather if you got any thoughts on quails. Oh, if you love the idea of gay conversion camp, gay as hell summer camp.
Are you a quail farmer? Reach out to us at weirdsofeather.com.
Are you a quail?
At gmail.com.
Let us know.
Are you
Are you yourself a quail? Please tell us. Yeah, and you got any thoughts on any other things we talked about that I don't remember? Let us know. We love to hear from you guys. But yeah, that's it. And we'll see you next time. Ah! Oh! Ah, ah, ah! Nice.
Caca!
Oh.
Got tired.
Concerned.
Yeah.